Hi, everybody. I'm Max from London Play Design, for those of you who happen not to know me. We're London Play's trading arm stroke sister organization, a CIC that deals in design, construction and repairs of playgrounds for nurseries, schools, community organizations and London's adventure playgrounds. Right. Be very brief from me today. Just an overview of what we've been doing this year. We've had a tough year like everybody else, I guess. We were in lockdown till the end of March and then came out and started working again. Slow start, but we kind of mostly got by doing repairs and maintenance and a few installations of small pieces of play equipment. So nothing terribly interesting at the first part of our year. One notable thing was maybe that Lewisham Council commissioned us to carry on with our maintenance and repair work of the 5 Lewisham Adventure Playgrounds, and we've been doing that throughout the year. I guess there are now 3 more exciting projects coming up for us. One we're doing at the moment, and in fact I'm right here, and that's doing some work at the wonderful Acacia Adventure Playground, and that's doing a big repair of the playground's kind of telegraph poles, which are all rotten, and there are a lot of them, and also installing a new American or tango swing, as they're called. Quick note on the side, if any adventure playground people are here, and if you do happen to have poles in the ground, in other words, telegraph poles dug into the ground like most adventure playgrounds have, and they are rotten, and a lot of them are after many years now, please don't demolish any of your structures before talking to us, because we've got a cheapish way to repair them and to give them another 10 years. So talk to us first if that's the case. I guess we've got 2 more things that I want to mention which are coming up, and one of them is our work at Horniman's Adventure Playground, and we've been working there delivering a number of corporate volunteer days. They've raised some money to rebuild a big part of their playground, but it's not enough. And the way forward is to use corporate labor, which is free and saves a lot of money. So we've been running a number of volunteer days there, and it's going to continue in the new year, and it's going to end up in the construction of this massive sort of triple swing, which is mainly materials cost for them, and the budget stretches a lot further using this corporate labor. The other thing I wanted to mention is a redevelopment at St. John's Wood Adventure Playground, which we're also doing. Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but we are in talks with them to maybe be in for the redevelopment of some of their playgrounds. So that's very exciting. Finally, 2 more developments is we've teamed up with the brilliant Childhood Trust, which is an anti-poverty trust combating childhood poverty in London. And they've been a great source of corporate volunteers. And for the first time in our history, we've been getting corporate volunteer teams in the winter. So we're going to be able to do a lot more cheap and free repairs for the playgrounds where they desperately need it. The other thing is that we're teaming up, or we have teamed up with the Community Payback stroke Her Majesty's Probation Service. And that's been going on at Lewisham Adventure Playgrounds for a number of years, but we're now entering a more formal partnership with them where we can start to offer that source of low-cost maintenance labor for gardening and weekly maintenance of structures, painting, all of those things that adventure playgrounds really need. And again, at extremely low cost. The only cost that it's the materials, some startup cost for tools, and you know, paints and bits and pieces, and a couple of hours of our time a month to just tell people what to do and kind of liaise and keep it going. So councils, big charities and also the little charities that run the adventure playgrounds can save huge amounts of money by doing this. And that's something we're rolling out hopefully next year. So yeah, if you want to follow our developments at our website, which is the London Play Design website, we should be updating that also on social media in the next few months. And the final thing is we're trying to set up a adventure playground solidarity network, whereby we're kind of trying to go back to the old days a little bit to connect adventure playgrounds again, because they're all sort of they tend to be a little isolated. Nobody knows what the other people are doing, and there could be a lot of resource and knowledge sharing. And part of that is a donation program, which our business manager Lewis has set up, and it's basically adventure playgrounds can locally fundraise with the community and local companies. The money goes into a pot, and then they can either do repairs or new builds in the way of structures. And again, if you want to take part, then follow the developments on our website and our social media. The donation program and the solidarity network is also going to feed into the corporate volunteers and the probation service. So with all those three prongs, we should be able to hopefully bring the playgrounds closer together. We're trying to reach everybody. That's also quite difficult because of the insular nature of adventure playgrounds, but hopefully at one of the big conferences or over social media, we might be able to get some kind of forum together where playgrounds will then start talking to each other more across London, share resources, share knowledge, share ways of maintaining and repairing, because that's, I think, desperately needed. We see playgrounds struggling with rotting structures everywhere, and some are doing better than others, but it's an ongoing problem that we're hoping to address in the near future. Right, that's for me. That's all for me. If anybody has any questions, you can ask them now, I guess, or get in touch with us at londonplaydesign.org.uk, or get just at London Play and get my number and call me.